Hey lovies, how is everyone today? Happy Sunday. I hope y'all have all had an amazing week this week. Mine was pretty good, pretty busy. Yeah, actually really busy, but it was a good week. So let's see, what to talk about. I'm actually gonna make the intro pretty short, lovies. Y'all know it was my birthday. I had a really good birthday. I'm a lot older now, but that's okay. You know, I love my age. I'm happy to be who I am and gone through the things that I went through in order to be the woman that I am today. Secondly, I just finished watching Orange is the New Black finale, and for the whole show, and I was so sad. I think it's an amazing show. It's really funny. It's really has, like, you know, dramatic and comedy and everything all wrapped into one. And I was so sad to hear that the show is now ended. I just finished watching the last of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry, but I'm messing my makeup. But it was so sad and great, all at the same time. So let's talk about our video today, lovies. First of all, thumbs up to the video if you like it, please, and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that way you'll know when I upload, since I don't upload like I should, which you all know. So today we're going to talk about my favorite, let's see, 9-pan ColourPop palettes. So I love ColourPop. For those of y'all that don't know or do know, I love ColourPop. They are an amazing, my hair is really a mess. They have an amazing line of products. Their products are always super wonderful and amazing, and so affordable. So I think it's phenomenal, and I am completely an advocate of ColourPop in every way. I get antsy when new things come out because I so want them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get that. They're on Afterpay, which makes getting their products even easier and better. So I'm completely an advocate of ColourPop. And today I decided, well, you know what, I'm going to do my favorite ColourPop things, which is I adore their 9-pan palettes. I think their 9-pan palettes are a great value. They normally run about $12 each. I always tend to get the actual package, which is like the 9-pan palette with the 2 eyeliners, and they're always like 20 bucks, which is so good. So every time there comes out, when I get that, which is the palette and the 2 eyeliners. So, but yes, always constantly get ColourPop items. I love their products. They're probably one of my favorite brands. So I'm going to talk about the 9-pan palettes. Right now, I currently have 8 9-pan palettes that I use, and I was going to talk to you about my least favorite to my favorite in that order, and just kind of show you. Today I am wearing ColourPop all over my face, but we'll talk about that before I end the video. So let's go ahead and get started. So for my number 8, hold on, let me make sure. Yep, my number 8 palette, 9-pan palette from ColourPop. My number 8 is the Mar palette, which is this palette right here. Don't get me wrong, I love all of them. I just favor some more than the other. And the 9-pan palette, you get, of course, 9 colors and small palettes. They have a mirror up on top. Okay, for the 9-pan palettes, they are like in a plastic type, fiberglass type material. In the back, it always states what the actual color names are. And like I said, the matte is my 8th favorite, and it's just because I don't reach for it as often, and the colors don't intrigue me as much. I mean, they're great colors. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I dislike the palette. I'm just saying it's the 8th one that I love out of the 8 that I have. And it's mainly because they're not all the same color. They are all different kinds of colors. You only get 3 blues, and the rest are more neutrally type colors. And that's mainly why I think that I love this one the least of all of them, is just because it's not that same monochromatic type, you know, colors throughout, matching colors. that I normally get in my ColourPop 9-pan palettes. So the Mar is my number 8. Now my number 7, and I do love this palette, so it's really hard for me to make. I mean, the top 3, yes, they're my top 3. But the rest of them, it's really hard to put them in any order because I really love them. So my number 7 is going to be the Ooh La La palette, which is the pink palette. In the back, here are the names. And this is the actual palette itself. Hold on, let me open it a little bit more. That's the actual palette itself. I hope you can see that. There you go. There goes the palette better. So that's the palette itself. It's a great palette. I love the palette. I'm wondering if I should, no, I'm not going to swatch because then it's just going to make the thing really long. My number 6 palette is the Sol palette. And I know that the Sol and the Mat are kind of the same, but the only reason I love the Sol more is because it has all orangey type, burnt orange, light orange, dark orange shades. And as I told y'all, I'm more into the whole monochromatic type colors. So this is my number 6 palette, which is the Sol palette. God, so pretty. My number 5 palette is the Main Squeeze palette. This is my number 5 palette. Here are the colors in the back. I like that they made the color swatches on these, green, just like a watermelon. I thought that was cute. And then this is the Main Squeeze palette. So then my number 4 palette, my 4th love of a palette, is the Honey. The thing I love most about the Honey is the glitter. And the glitter one directly in the middle. I love it. I think it's amazing. Let me open that more. It is so, so good. Look at that glitter. It's so pretty. I love it. And I forgot to show you the back of that one. So that's the Honey palette. Now for my top 3. My top 3, I will swatch some of them only because they are my top 3 and the ones that I love the most. So for number 3, my favorite is Just My Luck, which is the green palette. Now I'm going to tell you why Just My Luck is one of my top 3. Now, it's my top 3 because, in my opinion, and this could be completely off, like I told you, I'm not a professional makeup artist. I just love makeup and love everything beauty. It's my top 3 because greens are one of the colors that I think looks absolutely beautiful on brown eyes. I mean, don't get me wrong, oranges, pinks, you know, you can make every color look beautiful, but I really like the way greens look against brown eyes. And since I have really dark brown eyes, it is one of my favorites. So let me show you the inside of this one. And then I'll swatch a couple of my favorites. So I do like Kiss My Hand. This is Kiss My Hand here. And I like Big Banks. This is Big Banks here. I love Act Natural. This is Act Natural here. Aren't they so pretty? And then Mo Bamba. And Mo Bamba is a darker color, but I think it's so pretty. You can see it there. There it is. Oh. And, you know, I mean, let's see. Mary Jane is another one of my favorites, but that's more of a greenish, it's more of a gold yellow with like a greenish, light green, neon green. And that one's that one there. So that's my Just My Luck palette. And it, oh, I mean, it's my top 3. What can I say? It's my number 3 palette. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Now as for my number 2 palette, okay, as I was saying, my number 2 palette Let's do a drum roll. Brr. No, just kidding. My number 2 palette is, again, because I love the way it looks on brown eyes, it is the It's My Pleasure palette, which is the purple monochromatic palette. I mean, my hair, I love purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. So I love this palette. And here is the, I mean, you can't really see the names on this one. And they're kind of smudged off. I barely realized I'm jacking this one up. Let me show you the inside of it. And this one has a glitter that I really love as well. So that is the It's My Pleasure palette. This glitter right here. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch some of these so that way you can see why I love this one so much. So let me get my lovely fingers ready to swatch all this wonderfulness for you. Okay, so Do or Dough is one of my favorites. I have so many favorites on this palette, so it might be a two-hand thing. This is Do or Dough. Isn't it so pretty? And then I love Pretty Cruel. This is Pretty Cruel right there. Right there. I apologize. I'm going to keep my other finger up. And then I love Bare Minimum. Look at Bare Minimum. Oh, Bare Minimum. And then I like Chicklet. It's one of my favorite ones also. Look at that color. Oh, Chicklet. And then my last one is, of course, Mr. Sandman, which is the more glittery one. It's so pretty. Look at that. You can't really see it very well, but look at that. See, look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, yes. Another one of my favorites. My number 2. So as for my number 1, maybe y'all can tell from my eyes already. Sorry, I'm trying to get all the colors off my fingers because I have to swatch my number 1. So my number 1 palette is, of course, this one I can drum roll, is the Blue Moon palette. I love the Blue Moon palette because look at this. I mean, it's beautiful, so beautiful. The colors are amazing. They're creamy. They blend so well. They look so great and so pigmented. So let me show you the Blue Moon palette. This is the Blue Moon palette here. I forgot to clean this one. I usually try my best to keep things clean just so y'all don't look at ugly and dirty stuff. So this is the Blue Moon palette, and I can tell you what I did today on my eyes in case you wanted to know. So what I did, and I will swatch them so that way you can see what I did. So first of all, what I did is I put Fine China in my crease. This is Fine China here, all in my crease. And then I put Starry Eyed on my lid. Now Starry Eyed is white, but it has a baby blue like glitter flip. So that's Starry Eyed there. See how it's, but when you look at it in the pan, it looks white. But this is the color once you swatch it. And then in the corner, in my inner corner, I put Clued In. This is Clued In here. Oh, it didn't come out so well here. There's Clued In here. And then I did Mad About You in my crease close to my outer corner. Now the other one that I truly love that I didn't put on my eyes today is Tide Pool. Let me show you Tide Pool. This is Tide Pool here. Look at these colors. Tell me they're not gorgeous. They are so, so pretty, which why it's my number 1. So those are the colors, the 9-pan palettes from ColourPop that I absolutely adore. They are my absolute favorites. That's the order that they go in. I completely adore ColourPop. If you haven't tried ColourPop, you are so missing out. You should really go in and try some. I mean, go online. I do have a code for them, which I will go ahead and put in the description so y'all can utilize that. It's 20% off. And so look at my hands now. My hands are like absolutely glowy and glittery now. So lovies, let me go ahead and tell you what else I used on my face so you can kind of, you know, see where I got my look and whatnot. So as far as a highlight, I used ColourPop. Oh, I almost lost that one. Holy goodness. I used the ColourPop highlight Smoke and Whistles. It's a Super Shock highlight. So pretty. Let me see if I can open it so I can show you. It's that color right there. Look at that. Oh, So the Super Shock are very creamy, so I tend to like to do it better with my hand. But before I did the Super Shock, I did put on a little bit of the ColourPop sticks, and I used the one Bullseye. This is it here, Bullseye, and that's the color there. You can see it hopefully. And then as far as blush, I did use my ColourPop blush stick in Hooked. This is it here, and I'll show you the color there. See, there's the color there. Oh, it's a super great color. I mean, I'll show you here so you can see it. It's just really light tinting, and it's so pretty. I love it. Now, when you rub it in, it just gives you a really nice glow. I love it. I think it's amazing. Now, as far as my eyeliner, I did use one of the ColourPop eyeliners that came with my kit, since I told you I like to buy the kits with the 2 eyeliners. And the one I used is Prance, and it's the ColourPop BFF Gel Cream Liner, Cream Gel Liner. That's it right there. I did use my ColourPop Liquid Liner BFF, the black one in the color Numero Uno. That's that right there. This is the liner here. And then I did use my ColourPop BFF Lashes Check Volumizing Mascara in Black on Black. That's the mascara I used. So lovies, this is all I had to show you for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Ring the bell for notifications so you'll know when I upload my next video. And subscribe. And anybody that you feel will fit our little family, please invite them over. Come hang out with us. Have fun with our little family here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your love and support and the messages that y'all have been sending and everything. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate everybody who's been taking the time to kind of just say hello and let me know how everything's going and let me know how y'all are doing. It is so great and so much fun, and I love when hearing from y'all. It makes, I couldn't explain to you how it makes me feel, but I truly, truly love it, and I love hearing from y'all. Please message me suggestions, questions, advice, anything. I'd love to hear from y'all, and I love chatting with y'all. It brightens my day. So again, thanks lovies. Thumbs up to the video, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I will see you next week on probably Wednesday or Thursday. If not, you know, my schedule gets all crazy, but I promise I will come back and say hello to y'all. I'll see y'all soon, lovies. Have an amazing week. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you. Mwah. Bye, lovies.